Hello and welcome back to the Pale Garden. This is a hardcore run and I'm having a blast with it. I messed with some settings before the end of the last episode and you can see that I have a woodland mansion behind me. And we built the mob farm in the last episode, this auto sugarcane farm. It's tiny, we'll expand, but I want to go into that mansion today. And while I was messing around with my settings, I discovered this. There's another woodland mansion right behind me. So I have two of them within view. So eventually I'll get into that one, but that's the one I want to explore today. So let's get started. I spent so much of the last episode working on that. And I messed with a lot of settings and stuff, so my view distance is just crazy right now. If you watched the last episode, I messed around with 1.0 Minecraft, so like the version of Minecraft that came out 15 plus years ago. And it like messed with a bunch of my other settings. So it like reset this world somehow. Is that a ruined nether portal over there? Man, I kind of feel like we have to check that out. But yeah, this is Pale Garden single biome. Really hoping that with me messing with these settings, it doesn't mess with too much. I'm kind of getting some frame drops, but I think that's kind of expected for new chunks anyway. Ooh, we're getting choppy. I might have to drop the view distance a tiny bit. We'll see. I'll go check this out. So it might be a little choppy. Choppy waters. I really just... It's like so peaceful and quiet. I don't have any music or anything. Oh, I want to go in there so bad, but I want to go in there with arrows. This is crazy. So a couple episodes ago, I tweaked some settings. Oh my gosh, this is like a nearly complete portal. I tweaked a bunch of settings because I built this computer. I think at this point, let's see, it's 2026, it would have been about 8 years ago. And I didn't really have Java on maxed settings, but it was one of the, this is one of the first games I installed. Look at that. Let's see my base from here. Yeah, so I didn't really mess around with a lot of the settings, but I've since upgraded this PC and I just never messed with the settings afterwards, so still not perfect, but it's a lot better than the last one. It's just cool that I have two woodland mansions in range of where I decided to settle. I didn't even know they could spawn in the Pale Garden until I started this series, so that was fun. Okay, so in order to get this farm ramped up, it needs to be daytime. I just wanted to explore a little bit more of what I was seeing there. So let's get to sleep. I messed with my controls too, because those got sort of reset. So my my sprint and my crouch, I flipped buttons to match Valheim. That's what I play mostly on this channel. I think I'm definitely going to need to bring these with me. That was, yeah, that was just nuts. I noticed that when I was getting the thumbnail for the last episode. So that was a nice surprise. I just wanted to crank up the settings to get, you know, a couple screenshots, and then I was going to turn them down, but everything's working out. And then I turned around after I was done. I'm like, all right, cool. Got the screenshot. Let's go. Oh, we have a... It was awesome. So let's go check this out. So we didn't really get much, but I think if I just sit here for a minute, kind of talk about what I want to do. I feel like that one might be the better one to go check out because it's a little closer, but it's a lot more dangerous because mobs can still spawn underneath all these trees. So it might be a better idea to maybe check that one out over that way. Mainly because I can park my boat and back out of it if I need to. I want to go in with the bow and arrow, so I need arrows. That's why I built this farm. It doesn't really seem to be doing much right now. But it will be. I don't want to AFK here too much. Not really AFKing if I'm sitting here, but maybe I'll do that. After the episode, maybe? Maybe I'll AFK here for a little bit so I'm not sitting here and using recording time to wait for mobs to spawn. I don't know. I think I need to mess with some other settings here too. Ah, there's just so many things that like come into play when you're trying to do different things in this game. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I have some arrows up here. I'm gonna go peek. And then we'll put maybe this chest like here. I'm gonna need some fence gates. We'll swap these over here too. Lots of torches. And then what I'm going to do, I'm mainly just wanting to prepare for that mansion. I've never really been in one before, so I might be over preparing. Yeah. I got my subtitles back. It was really weird just like playing a different version of Minecraft. Reset so much. think what I should do... I want to have a way to run to and from this farm here. So let's do this. And then I guess, yeah, I wanted a diagonal bridge. I said that a couple episodes ago. I'll probably just get in my boat and do this. Might be a little easier. Maybe. Oh, I like being in third person in the boat. It's a lot easier for me to control it. But then you can't see the lines. It's a little tricky. Might as well just do this. There we go. So my main preparation that I need is fence gates, whatever solid blocks I have a lot of. I don't really have a lot of stone left over anymore. But I saw the Bob Ross of Minecraft go through and he was putting solid, like 2 solid blocks in each hallway and then a fence gate in the middle. And I thought that was a really cool idea. It's the first time I've ever seen that, so I'm going to end up doing that myself. And I'm doing these as half slabs up to stop mobs from spawning on top of it. So I don't really have to light these up if I don't want to. Am I even gonna have enough stone slabs for this? Probably not. Okay, I can go straight on now. Guess I'll at least get the direct path set up and then we'll pretty it up later. So close. Why is nothing spawning? That is so weird. It worked in the last episode. I didn't have much, but it did something. Like, is my... I don't think... World options, maybe? Game rules. Oh yeah, I can't do it while the game's on. And I think during a hardcore world, you can't really do much of it anyway. Okay. There we go. Creeper. Oh, and he didn't even drop gunpowder. I know, it's like a... What, 0 to 1, 0 to 2? Some kind of drop rate like that. So I think I actually might AFK right now. I don't usually do this. I don't usually do a lot of cuts in this channel, but I feel like me just sitting here doesn't really make a lot of sense for the whole video. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be back when there's a bunch of stuff here. So I'll see you in a second. Might be a few minutes on my end. Okay, well, it's only been about 10 to 15 minutes, and it's more than the 2 creepers that were there, I think. No skeletons. A little bit of string, so yeah, the spiders are probably messing up some rates, which is okay. Because this is a reliable way to get string, other than my my mine shaft below my base. So I think this is gonna have to be good enough to at least kind of dip my toes into the mansion. I need to do a couple things. Oh, skeleton dropped. 2 skeletons dropped as soon as I said that. Okay, I'll take that bow. It's going to give me a little bit more. I combine these. And if I can get an enchanted bow, that would be even better. But I kind of want to go in with, I don't know, at least 20 arrows. I can melee a lot. But I'd rather kind of take on some stuff with range. Oh. Did I build this too tall? That skeleton just died immediately. Wonder what happened, because I've had a ton of other skeletons drop in. I don't know. All right, well, I'm level 30. Kind of stinks that I don't have a real good way to get any enchanting stuff set up. Did I accidentally make a creeper farm? Like, like I made a joke about it, but no, it's too funny. Okay, well, I'll take this all with me, and we'll have to figure this out. I did think that the spiders might affect the rates a little bit. Oh, when I was editing, hold on. Okay. I thought I had a lot more stone and everything in here. I forgot I don't think I ever checked my boat in the last episode, so it's a lot of dirt, I guess. That'll be kind of useful. Actually, let's maybe expand a little bit more the because another source of leather that I can get is from the the llamas that the wandering trader spawns with. So having more surface area kind of helps with that too, I guess. Because no other passive mobs can spawn in the Pale Garden, so. Might as well expand this island out a little bit. God. There we go. So many torches here. All right, spread them out a little bit more. I definitely don't need this many, this condensed. Oops. I want to break that. I love these firefly bushes. I've said it probably 50 times on the channel, and I'll say it even more. I love that item. Oops. Okay. That should spread a decent amount of grass around the island here. Oh my god. So I switched my buttons for crouch and sprint, and I feel like I need to have my... Anyway, I switched my buttons and I got used to the other way, and now I'm trying to get used to the switch. Alright, enough stalling, I think. Let's drop off what I can. I have 10 arrows. I'm bound to find some skeletons. I'm gonna need... Let's see, one fence gate. Okay. Oh, so another thing. Hold on. Since I still have some raw fish, hold on. I'm remembering a comment from the last episode. It was from Bama Explorations about having campfires set up, and let's see, probably grab, yeah, we'll do 2 hoppers. So having campfires set up and then having hoppers go into some chests like nearby, so in that way you're not worried about any cooked food getting lost, because it'll like drop into the hoppers. So I have an idea for that. So we'll test it with this raw cod. So I'm going to need, let's see, 4 chests for 2 hoppers. Okay, and then I'm going to need... because I'm going to have to move this stuff. But kind of what I'm thinking is... if I have, I think, can't remember if I have campfires on wood, if it'll catch it on fire, that would make sense. But I can also have these wood slabs over. So maybe I'll use this as like a test. So we'll do this. Grab 1 slab. That over there. And then I'll build. I need to save some of this for, hold on. I need to save that. Oh no. Gotta save some of the wood for fence gates. So maybe I'll build like a diorite box around it. I think that actually might look pretty cool. So that was in here. I don't think I need 32, but I'm going to take 32 just to be safe. Might as well drop off anything else I don't quite need. I think that's it though. All right, so what we're going to do anything that pops out of here should pop out in the front. I think if I do this, I'll put a double chest down here. And then we'll do that. So now, anything that I cook, we'll do 3 on each. It should pop out in the front. I just want to make sure, like, if I walk away from this, like if I cook a bunch of food and have to walk away, that it's going to get collected. Kind of a nice, like, porch grill, too. Okay, so I think it should still work. I might have to do this, though, maybe? Yeah, let's try that. Because the idea was there, and then I kind of just thought of my own little variation of it. Why am I not able to? I couldn't eat that melon. That was weird. So this should push forward once it cooks. Yes. Okay. Proof of concept. I think because I had the slabs, it just didn't do anything right. So that's awesome. Okay. We need to be... I always think of Seinfeld when I have to think of like shifting into a different mode. I'm shifting into soup mode. That's awesome. All right, we'll do that. And then I need at least, I want to say a half a stack of fence gates. A 12's probably good, honestly. And then I can just go in there with planks. All right, should be enough. Need more bone meal here too, so let's do this. What's this farm doing? I threw a bunch of seeds in there. Ah, that's not bad. 28. Okay, I think I'm ready to check out my first legitimate mansion. Little long-winded just getting it all set up. I tend to do that though. Oh. Discovered this so long ago. And mainly because I've never explored one before. I was like, all right, cool. We'll make a note of it. I'm also kind of excited to explore a little bit more with my view distance cranked up quite a bit like this. Taking on my first mansion. Kind of the opposite of the last time I saw this, because I found this thing at night. We're going in. Okay. Oh, I hear Vindicator. That works. Oh. I think that's it. Oh my god. Hold. What? They do so much damage. Oh my god. That's how this world's gonna end. No way. I am speechless right now. Well, if you came into this episode seeing that it was shorter, you know why. Oh my god. That is a huge bummer. My first mansion was very short-lived. So, let me know what you thought. Oh, I'm so bummed. The seed is down in the comments if you want to try this world for yourself. I don't know how it's going to look in like a regular world, but if you're playing on Java, you can do single biome. And I guess here's the coordinates for where I found everything. I've been a very strong, I don't know, advocate, I guess, for not gatekeeping anything. So, man, they hit so hard. Oh, I probably could have avoided that by practicing in a separate world or whatever, but you know, you live and you learn. Thanks so much. This has been a blast. I still had a lot of fun in this world. I will see you in the next challenge, I guess. I might make a return to my forever world here in a little bit. Oh, coming up on a year on the channel, so I guess it kind of fits, but I wanted this world to last a little longer than 39 or 40 days, so. Oh, man. Have a good one.